Lil Wayne does not deserve to be on the Super Bowl stage over Kendrick Lamar, and to be completely honest, Kendrick Lamar should not feel obligated to invite him on the Super Bowl stage.
Definitely a no for me, dog. The voice is just not there.
Especially after recent backlash from hip hop media outlets like Cameron, Murder Mace, OVO Mall, DJ Squirrel, all of them having issue with the fact that Kendrick Lamar is being picked to be the halftime performer for the Super Bowl coming up in New Orleans in 2025. And trust me, I'm a fan of Nicki, and if you don't believe me, I rock the queen on my feet. Even though I think she has a right to defend her mentor for what he's done for her career, I do feel like she's in the wrong for how she's defending him, and I will get into that. Also, going over how Lil Wayne just posted online recently, where he's not necessarily dissing Kendrick for being picked as the headliner, but he's making it known how broken he is by the fact that he was not invited to perform at the Super Bowl.
Get strength enough to do this without breaking.
Unbreak my heart, love me again.
Care, love, and the support out there is it held me up when I turned fall back. I think there's nothing better than that spot and that stage and that platform on the city.
Hence the issues that Jay-Z has with Nicki Minaj and Drizzlecake. And for you watching, you're probably asking yourself, what makes Fake Mbappe say one of the greatest rappers of all time does not deserve to be on the Super Bowl stage, especially being held in Louisiana? Yes, I do feel like Lil Wayne is one of the greatest rappers of all time. But to be honest, he humbly gave his title away to Drizzlecake when he was locked up and they wouldn't let him out. So he let Drizzlecake take his place as the best in the rap game. And yes, while Wayne was gone till November,
Damn, I be gone to November. But I ain't tripping, I know Drizzy gon' kill him.
he wasn't worried. He knew Drake was gonna kill it. But I don't think he meant kill Wayne's kitty too. I mean, let me not be petty. Why Wayne doesn't deserve to be on the Super Bowl stage? Starting with, Wayne is not a global artist compared to Kendrick Lamar. Now, if you want to compare Lil Wayne and Kendrick Lamar, just speaking in hip hop, I can totally understand your argument where you may say that Lil Wayne is better than Kendrick Lamar just as a rapper. That's fine. I'm not going to fight you, because while I would say Kendrick Lamar is better than Wayne, it's also very understandable to be like, no, Wayne's way better. He has way more impact. His influence, he's been around since, like 25 plus years. Okay, fine. But when we're talking on a global scale, we're not just talking about fans of hip hop. We're talking about people who don't listen to hip hop, who are watching the Super Bowl. This is where the NFL is worried about fans interacting at the Super Bowl halftime performance, especially if half of NFL fans do not listen to hip hop as their primary genre of music. Let's be real, half of those NFL fans don't like hip hop. They don't fuck with it. But some of them may fuck with it if there's a big enough artist who represents it in a way that most people would deem would be respectable. And Kendrick Lamar, while he has some of his songs where he goes in and he'd be disrespecting like a motherfucker, he also has music where it's represented very well for hip hop, where Kendrick won a Pulitzer Prize around that time for albums like To Pimp a Butterfly, with albums like Damn even. I mean, Kendrick has 3 albums that you can name that are impactful outside of hip hop, that people outside of hip hop talk about. They're going to be willing to watch him perform at the Super Bowl and give him a chance, unlike Lil Wayne, which is very unfortunate. And it does show an issue with people not respecting hip hop outside of hip hop. But again, NFL doesn't care about that right now. They're also like, we got to make the money here. And while they are giving Jay-Z the opportunity and the power to pick the Super Bowl halftime performer, if Jay really said Wayne is going to be the performer and he told Roger Goodell, the NFL, that, they might be like, oh, are you sure, buddy? They pull the buddy card on Jay-Z, and they probably be like, I don't know if you want to pick him right now, especially compared to somebody like Kendrick Lamar. So while the NFL wants to acknowledge hip hop, they also want their money and investment when it comes to the halftime performance and the potential revenue that they can build on that show compared to Lil Wayne. Yes, the hip hop fans would enjoy it. It makes sense. It's in Louisiana, but it doesn't make sense for the NFL's final dollar and how much revenue they're trying to really build up for that 5-10 minute airtime that Kendrick is going to be taking. He's going to make way more money for the Super Bowl than Lil Wayne. If you don't believe me, then that's on you. Affiliation with Nicki and Drizzle Pie. After everything that Drake is going through in music and just in life in general, I think it would be a bad look for the NFL. Drake doesn't have any relevancy right now in hip hop or even just music. I don't think the NFL is looking at Wayne like, oh my God, he's going to bring in Drake. But when it comes to Jay-Z, I think he has more of an issue with Nicki Minaj because of their back and forth with the Roc Nation situation, Desiree Perez, Nicki calling her out over the things with, Roc Nation dealings and Meek Millie, bunny hopping and shit.
Yeah, everybody hops, they suck. Your buddy hops suck.
Maybe I am biased. I'm a fan of hers. I do understand Nicki having issue with Jay. And this is one of her favorite rappers. So for her to do this, wow. But again, it doesn't make it look good for Wayne, especially with having a relationship with Jay. And even though Wayne and Jay have a weird type of relationship or friendship, I should say, because of Jay's issues with Nicki and Drizzle Pie, you're not helping the situation as Wayne's artist, Nicki, when you are really just disrespecting Jay-Z.
Baby from Cash Money constantly saying Weezy is more lyrical, has more money than Jay-Z.
You know, being lyrical is who you like. So, you know, that's his opinion. As far as money, I mean, you know, that's a little more factual.
Right, we would have to see your bank accounts and things of this
I have
nature.
no problem. What it gonna cost? Put it up. If he's that confident, you know, I give him a little glimpse. It's crazy.
You're not disrespecting Kendrick, but you're also not giving Kendrick the same love and respect that he deserves. Kendrick has not had a footprint in hip hop like Wayne, but Kendrick deserves his love and flowers too. I don't think Nicki helped Wayne with this situation. And to be honest, I just think it's going to be more awkward for Jay and Wayne for the future. Not a great performer. Again, when we're talking about rapping ability alone, yeah, a lot of times Wayne can take it for most people as the better rapper than Kendrick Lamar. But bigger than that, we're talking the NFL, we're talking revenue dollars, we're talking about the issues outside of Wayne, Drake, Nicki, and him not being a performer like Kendrick Lamar is a big reason why he does not deserve to be a Super Bowl headliner over Kendrick. I went to Kendrick Lamar's Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers tour in San Diego 2 years ago, and it was an amazing performance. Kendrick had the theatrics with being Puppet Master, having the box that he got boxed into because he got diagnosed with COVID. So for me, I don't see Lil Wayne ever performing to that type of capacity like Kendrick Lamar can. Just watching the Super Bowl and then watching that performance, you're not going to tell me that they are going to say that Wayne is a better performer than Kendrick. If you compare it side by side, who is really going to be the better performer? Who's really going to bring it for that halftime when the NFL's trying to make millions and millions and millions of dollars for those 10 minutes? An artist like this?
You really Wonka, that's me in a lamb, disappearing like Jimmy Hoffa. Push his ass in the wishing well, then wish him well. Spitting hell, I'm Clinton well, I did inhale.
Or an artist like this?
More damage to young African.
Tell me something, you motherfucker can't tell me nothing. I'd rather dead it to listen to you. It's been a day for me.
I mean, Wayne has sold 25 million records in the US alone. Kendrick is like right under 10 million. So clearly Wayne is up there. But again, he is not competing when it comes to Kendrick right now for relevancy. Kendrick doesn't have as many ops with Jay as much as Wayne does, mainly with Drizzle Pie, Nicki, and Birdman. And bottom line, Kendrick can perform one hell of a show, and it's going to be a way better show for everyone watching at the Super Bowl, not just hip hop fans, everybody who's watching. And for you watching, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know what you thought of this video and let me know who you think should be performing. Do you think it's fair for Kendrick Lamar to be performing? Do you think he deserves it? Or do you think Lil Wayne deserves it? Or do you think he'll never have a chance because of the affiliation with Nicki Minaj and Drizzle Pie? Till next time, thank you so much for watching. Have an amazing day and go be amazing.